Hey YouTube, welcome back to UniX TCG, and today we're going to be talking about GT Goku coming out in Set 3 Raging Roar of Dragon Ball Super card game Fusion World. And I'm splitting black into two pieces because the two black leaders kind of want to do different things, it looks like. Whereas GT Goku is managing and using and holding your energy marker, you also have Bardock, who seems to be more concerned about comboing as hard as possible, sometimes from the top of your deck, in order to push that pressure. Both of these decks are capable of going very, very tall, and doesn't look like they're really trying to go wide, but it also seems like they're doing it in different ways. And so I want to focus on Goku today, and we'll circle back around to Bardock soon. That being said, let's see if we can get this up to 100 likes. And as a quick special announcement, thank you for everybody who showed up to my stream yesterday, but on Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, we are streaming again. You can check out the schedule for my Twitch and live YouTube streams on any of my socials. But my sponsor, Mystic TCG, one of my sponsors, is going to be giving away a free box of Blazing Aura mid-stream. So if you guys want to tune into that, he will be doing that. We'll be doing a live drawing, and that'll be really, really cool. So with that being said, check out the links if you want to see anything else we're doing in Universe X, and let's go into the content. So we've already been over this leader. Nothing too special on the front. Obviously, it's just a normal leader. It's going to draw a card when you attack. It's going to awaken at 4 life. And then on the back, the first clue that we got that you're going to be getting energy markers is this when attacking, draw one card. Activate main once per turn. 1 energy. Choose up to one of your battle cards. It gains plus 10k power until the end of your opponent's turn. And then if you removed an energy marker, it gains 15k instead. This is a huge number. This turns 20k threats into 35k threats, demanding an extra card or a super combo. This turns 25k threats into 40k threats, demanding a super combo plus. This is just a huge number, and a lot of people aren't understanding that that's 2 cards in hand. That's literally 2 cards in hand for the cost of 1 energy on a battle card. That's very, very strong. So this is obviously trying to do a go tall strategy, but we're really going to push it further once we see some of the other cards we got. Next, we're going to rehash this Son Goku GT card. This is a 3-drop, 25k power, 5k combo power SR, and he's actually a very, very cool little unique dude. He says you get to add 1 card from your life to your hand when you play him, so he's a self-awakener. And then if you don't have an energy marker, you can play this. You can play 1 energy marker. And what this means, that's just really, really cool, is if you go second, right, and you have 2 energy, you're going into your turn 2, you charge to 2 energy, and you have 2 energy and an energy marker, you can use the energy marker to play this guy. He's going to help you get a card to your hand, so he's going to replace himself, and then he's going to, since it registers as you not having an energy marker now, is going to spawn an energy marker. So this is really a 2-drop if you're going second. And it could potentially, I don't think they're going to give us at this point, we've seen, I think most of the SRs, if not all the SRs, I don't think we're going to get a card that's going to spawn a token on 1. I'm not sure, I got to check, but this is going to be a very, very strong card. You're just going to be able to bring this guy out onto an energy marker, immediately replace energy marker, and go into your next turn with a total of 4 energy to use, which is going to come into play very, very soon, so keep that in mind. Very good stat line, a lot of pressure. Next, we have got Pan. This one just actually came out not too long ago, but it's a 2-cost, 20k, so general stat lines, 5k combo power. On play, add up to 1 card from your life to your hand, so Self-Awakener. When attacking, 1, draw a card. Then if you removed an energy marker for this skill, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, the cost of 4 or less, and return it to the owner's hand. This is some pretty decent pseudo removal, but it's already looking like Jiren is going to not like playing against red or black decks, because black decks are going to be able to go very, very tall and be able to punch over Jiren's defenses, but cards like this will straight up put Topos and Jiren's back in the hand so that they can not have their on KO effects or their KO protection. This is a very, very, very strong card, and the fact that it's going to draw you a card and then bounce something is just wild. Potentially playing this card, if your opponent played out something and you're not awakened yet, and you play this card for 2, you draw, or you take a card from life, so it's going to replace itself. You pay your energy marker, you bounce a 4-drop to the hand, and then you also draw a card. This literally went +1, gave you a body and removed a body. This is a huge swing of momentum. But now we're going to go over to a big part of the strategy as well. They released the SER for black, and it is a 4-cost Goku. That's 30,000. power. When attacking once per turn, if you don't have an energy marker, you place one energy marker. End of your turn, if your energy marker is removed from the game during this turn, draw one card. Now generally this card has to be on the field to see that your energy marker was played. So you can't really, if I'm not mistaken, play this card using an energy marker and then swing, get an energy marker back, and then just be like, okay, I'm gonna draw a card. You would have to use that energy marker that you got with this guy's swing. But this is a crazy effect. Because if you have more than one of this guy on the board, God forbid, you are going to be going crazy. You could literally attack, auto, gain an energy marker, activate your leader's effect to pop that energy marker, give this guy 15k attack until the end of your next turn, or your opponent's next turn. He is going to swing for 45, which is huge pressure. And then if you had a second one on the field, you turn that sideways and gain another energy marker. At the end of the turn, you are going to be able to draw 2 cards because both of these will recognize the energy marker that it was destroyed. That was used. This is a stupid good card. Now, before everybody gets their pitchforks up and their torches, this card also has some stats that are very susceptible. It is a 4 cost, and because it is a 4 cost, that means there are a great plethora of cards that can deal with it. You can sickle this guy, absolute lightning this guy. You can 5-drop rare Gohan from set 1. Even at a 30k stat line, once he turns sideways to get his effect, he's going to be fairly easy to attack. Now, granted, the leader will have a little bit of a kind of buffer to that. But if you just attack your opponent, and minus something by 15k with like Gohan, you can then just use Sphere of Destruction on this guy. You don't even need that. You can have Whis on the board. You could swing with a hit and then Sphere of Destruction. There's a lot you can do to get rid of this card. He is not sticky by any means. And the fact that he has to turn himself sideways to get his effect is a big part of what he is and is not able to do. So this card has a crazy amount of momentum tied to it, but I also have to let you guys know that he's not necessarily, if this becomes the best deck in the game, it's not like this particular card can't be played around heavily. He likely will not survive past the turn he has come out if your deck is built correctly. And even past that, even decks like yellow have outs. Red can minus the power and swing into it or remove it. Blue can just get it out of the way. Green can just pop it. And yellow can keep it tapped. And if it's tapped, yes, they get the draw power, but they won't be able to attack with it and get the energy markers up. Just be mindful of that. Now going back into some of the cards we've seen, some of the cards we haven't yet on this channel, you've got Giru, and it's just your Kami. It's a 10k combo power 1-drop that destroys other 1-drops, necessary because some 1-drops are enablers because of their effects, because of their cost being low. They're just enablers because they know that they're not meant to stay on the board. Then you've got the, moving on, you got the Para brothers. This is very interesting because it's a very yellow effect in this color, but they've already gotten bounce, they've already gotten KO, so why not? But yeah, on play, if you removed an energy marker to use this card, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and it cannot attack during your opponent's next turn. Very interesting effect. Can sometimes keep a double striker that you can't remove off of your back. So I do think that this is an interesting card, and I think it's worth having at least 3 in depending on the format. Your opponent lands a huge body beast and you can't get rid of it, you can't swing over it, but you can just tap 1 using your energy marker, say it can't attack the next turn, attack with your Super Saiyan 4 Goku if he's still on the board, get your energy marker back. This is a very good card, in my opinion. And then we are at the Oob card, the Oob GT card, and I like this card a lot. 2k or 2 cost for 15k. 15k isn't the best, but it does what it does. And he's also going to have 10k combo power, which is more important to me. But also on play, if you remove an energy marker to play this card or use this card, draw 2 cards and discard 1 card from your hand. This is powerful filter. It's not necessarily great draw power because you're essentially still breaking even, but it's going to allow you to dig through your deck. Both black decks do not seem like they are going to be keen on having a large hand, but they're going to be putting out an astounding amount of pressure going tall on their bodies, so you'll have to prioritize removing said bodies. But that being said, let's have a special shout out from our sponsors. Same shout out I guess we kind of have all the time, but just know, like I said, on Wednesday we'll be streaming and we will be giving away a free box of Blazing Ore from Mystic TCG. So check out that message and we'll be right back. All right, y'all, taking a quick moment to shout out the sponsors for this video. First up is Mystic TCG, a store based in Missouri that sells all sorts of TCG product, even more than what you see featured here on this page. They also buy singles, collections, and prize cards, so make sure you actually catch them out in their store in Missouri at an event, or even on their Facebook, just to be able to see the events here, but also ask them what they're up to and what they're looking for in terms of vending. You can also use the code UNIXTCG to get discounts off your pre-orders as well as orders, so make sure you get your TCG product while it's hot. Then you have Eclipse Cards and Hobby based out of Texas, and if that sounds familiar, they did sponsor me with a box of Fusion World Set 1. But as you can see on this page, there is a plethora of TCG products that they are actually having for sale at their establishment. You can also even buy things that aren't just TCG products. As you can see on the screen right here, they hold their own locals, they hold their own events, and they are going out to more and more events. You can actually check their Facebook to see their schedule, as well as call and ask about their vending list. And at the checkout for their website, you can use the code UNI10X to actually get percentages off your pre-orders or your orders. So go check it out as well. And we're always up to all sorts of things in Universe X, so you can go down the description and check the link tree to find out about my other channels, my Twitch, or any other avenues that I'm creating content on. But if you want to go the extra mile, you can always go down to any description on any video and find my Amazon affiliate links. These products here will differ from video to video to cater to the audience in question, but it's just very easy to see something that you may like or be interested in, open it up and choose the style and or color that'll work for you. All proceeds will give kickbacks to the channel, so it'll be some direct support, and I'll always appreciate the help from you guys. So with that being said, let's get back to the video. Yeah, again, two of the most amazing stores I've been to. So with that being said, I also want to let you guys know on the Patreon, we are still doing the July giveaway for the top 64 Vegeta. So if you want to join that and check out the exclusive content, up to you, links in the description. And now we're going to get back to talking about these black cards. Okay, so the next card we have on our list is a Trunks. Not too high on this one. He's a 2 cost 20k, which is solid stat line, 5k combo power, like fair. When attacking, if you have an energy marker, choose up to 1 battle card with the cost of 2 or less and return to the owner's hand. A lot of 2-drops right now are on play effects. They are cards that you just don't necessarily want your opponent getting back in hand to play again, so not really too much about this. If his Sand or Earthling traits come into play later, that's going to be maybe a thing, or the fact that he's GT, but I'm just not really seeing this card being that great unless like I see something else in this set that definitely needs to be put back in hand that can't be, you know, bodied by removal. But speaking of removal, we've got this 3-drop Gohan. Easily Gohan's worst fit in all of the entire series, but yeah, at the same time, he's 3k for 20k, or 3 costs for 20k, not really great, but he's got 10k combo value, which is pretty great. And then on play, if you have an energy marker, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards, the cost of 3 or less in K that way. So this is actually pretty cool. Holding your energy marker, playing this, and getting rid of a body just as big as him. For some, I guess, just perspective, in red, this is getting rid of things like Frost if it needs to be played again. It's getting rid of 3-drop Gohan. It's getting rid of quite a few things. When you go over to, or actually in hit, Caulifla, yeah, it's or less, it's a lot. In blue, it's getting rid of Vegetas. It's getting rid of, you know, the Goten and Trunkses that cost 2k. It's getting rid of a lot in blue. In green, not really too much. In black, there are cards we've already seen that this gets rid of. In yellow, this is just wrecking most of their board that's not cooler. So yeah, you have a lot of options with this card, and I very much so dig that. But with the combination of bounce and destruction between Pan and Gohan, this is just a deck that actually is going to do a lot to tear through people's boards. And then even when you bounce them in the hand, sometimes they'll just force it right back out with the sheer combo power that you have. Now we're over to extra cards, and we have first got the Great Ape Who Gained Intelligence, and that is a activate main, choose up to 1 of your battle cards, and it gains plus 10k power for the turn. Then if there is a card with a cost of 4 or more in Sand and its special traits in the battle area, draw a card. Now ironically, even though this is a GT card, out of all this GT stuff, I've seen 1 Sand that costs 4 or more, and that is currently the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. But this is also when Pan was pleading with her grandpa to like stop wilding out, and he was a golden great ape. So I'm assuming that means we're probably gonna get a golden great ape in this set that's gonna be 4 or more. This card also works splendidly in Bardock. Bardock is going to have this effect live quite often once it gets up and running, and it's just crazy that this is essentially like kind of a weakened Gallic gun, but you don't have a hand size requirement. So even if I think this deck might have a low hand size, this is going to be a very, very strong card to use. I'm just thinking this is just very, very strong. We'll see if it makes the cut, but yeah. Then Last but not least on the docket, we have got 10 times Kamehameha, and this is a pretty strong card. Activate one, activate main, choose one. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, the cost of 2 or less, and KO it. Or if you removed an energy marker to use this card, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards, the cost of 3 or less, and KO them. This is kind of crazy. It's not going to hurt bigger things in green, blue, and red, and it's not going to hurt the bigger things. But this is going to keep some of the early game aggression off your back. For one, using the energy marker and then being able to destroy this is crazy. And you can just think that there are so many cards that are going to have synergy. The SS4 Goku is going to be an annihilate at all cost card, because if they play that card and it doesn't die that turn, and they can do stuff like, okay, 10 times Kamehameha, pop your 2/3 drops. Like, nobody likes when androids come down, because androids start ripping through your field while doing damage. You're going to be able to do that and then attack with Goku, get your energy marker back, and oh yeah, did I use my energy marker for 10 times Kamehameha? Cool, let me draw a card. It's interesting, and if the format has some smaller go wide decks still, this is going to be a card. Like, this is going to literally make it harder for a yellow deck to play against black, simply because this is in the format. So with that being said, let's go over to the closing and kind of give my thoughts about this. So overall, black is very, very interesting. Black is kind of reminding me a bit of yellow, in the sense that it seems to have a lot that it can do. Yellow can tap down things. Yellow has access to a lot of search. Yellow has the ability to keep things rested. Yellow has double strikers. Yellow has blockers that can destroy. Yellow has so many things. But the one thing that yellow really doesn't have until we get this Majin Buu next to this set is protection. Everything is an open nerve. Blue has a field day with yellow's cards, because yellow is not being able to keep anything on board in the face of most removal. Vegeta's helped that out against green, but notoriously red's power minusing and blue's bottom decking has been a massive problem for yellow. Now, in the same vein, black kind of strikes me the same way. Black does not like it's playing a lot of cards at one time. It looks like you're playing about one good card per turn, and that card is going to be able to go up quite high in combo value thanks to different effects, different your leader effect, things like that. And it looks like if I had to put it out there, I would say that off the rip, I feel like black is going to have a pretty decent green matchup, because the numbers that green is so used to being able to put up and keep up, the 45Ks, black should be able to reach that fairly easily. Actually, not really struggling to reach those numbers at all. What black also will have problems with, I think their natural enemy probably will be blue. Blue often doesn't need to awaken. Blue can keep its life total high for the early chip points so they can take the damage late game, and blue can just keep bottom decking the cards that black is playing, and black is going to struggle to keep that advantage up when it's only playing maybe one good card per turn or 2 mid cards per turn during the late parts of the game. So I think that black's natural enemy will be blue, and its natural best matchup will be green. But that's just what I'm laying eyes on so far. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I want to know. I think black has a lot of utility in it, but I think that black's defenses are fairly shaky. But we still have a lot of uncommons, commons, and rares to see. We've only kind of gotten the tip of the spoilers, and if it happens like set 2, where we just get kind of like the dump of everything that's coming out, that'll be a big doozy. So with that being said, I'm going to close up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see me play Kingdom Hearts, I'm in the middle of Rechain of Memories right now on Twitch, and I'll be on about 9 p.m. Eastern time. And then the following day on Wednesday, that's when I'm going to be back on the Fusion World ladder, giving away a free box of Blazing Aura, as well as more Kingdom Hearts at 9 p.m. So just, yeah, check that out. Go into my socials or my community tab, check out my calendar, see if there are any dates you want to join in, either on YouTube or on Twitch. All the information's there. I will see you guys in the next video. Much love to you.